get to a point where you're obsessed with wrestling, and then all of a sudden girls and music, or sometimes even at 13 or 14, you know, alcohol or whatever gets into people's, you know, that's not for you guys. Just.
Why do we have children in the front row? I know that sounds very basic, but I think...
No, nobody has any idea what the Attorney General
Well, I
does.
mean, don't worry. Yeah.
See?
Don't worry, everybody here votes for you, so it doesn't really matter.
But no, just yesterday, in fact, somebody said, oh, State's Attorney Madigan. And I said, no, I'm the Attorney General, but that's okay. You're never going to understand the difference.
Those are different. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
those are very different. What do you think about, you know...
Let me just answer the question.
Oh, right.
So...
This might sound creepy, but what do high school kids wear these days?
That's not creepy. I don't think.
Well, when I grew up, I'll tell you why. Because when I grew up in the 80s, 90s, people they just wear these big baggy. Like my wife tells me that she wore this Benetton sweater that was like 9 times too big for her. And then you get this cliche now that everybody's wearing thongs. So what is the?
I don't really know how many of my classmates are wearing thongs, but
I don't know.
That's we can come back.
Are we talking about food? I don't want to talk about food.
Okay, well let's talk about your life. Let's talk about drugs.
Fine.
Yeah. So you take some shots at Indianapolis in the book.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You say that there's no culture.
I do.
That's.
You know what?
Doesn't your wife work at the art museum in
She
Indianapolis?
does work at the art museum.
So how did you guys get together? Have you worked together in the past?
We're almost neighbors. I mean, we live a few blocks apart, and we've known each other socially for about 10, 12 years. And Alex wanted to,
in Oak Park.
In Oak Park.
How come I'm not a part of these get-togethers? I live there.
Well,
I suppose whether it's a bad...
Just tell me, is Obama going to win the presidency?
If you guys put money on it, I would not bet on a second term today, but it's close.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's probably about 45-55 against.
Holy shit.
But I mean,
have you heard the Roots album? It's great.
The Roots album's pretty good.
You don't like it, huh?
Oh, you can tell. I wore that on my face. Huh? You can tell that I didn't like it.
Well, my parents live in Ohio now, and every time I go to where they are, they live in the Toledo area. There's a new Arby's a little bit closer to their home, which is good because it's good.
It's just the same Arby's, and they move it closer. Nobody eats Arby's.
No, I know. They got the horsey sauce.
The what?
The horsey sauce.
The horse sauce?
Horsey. It's horseradish.
Horsey sauce?
Horsey sauce.
I thought you were going to say
we'll go out. We'll go
Arby's
out.
was made out of horses.
I'll take you out to some Arby's sometime soon. Who else? What's coming up? Like, who's somebody in Chicago that people might not know about that they should look for in the next
What
few
about
months?
Chief Keef? Did you check out his music yet?
I did check out
What
Chief
do you
Keef.
think? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
It was pretty good.
It's not
yeah.
Like, I didn't get it when I was supposed to get it.
But he claims it's satire.
What?
He claims the smashing is satire.
Yeah, that one bit, which he didn't intend to become his career, maybe it was satire at the time he did it, but when he decided to make it everything, it no longer becomes satire, it becomes a sad clown show. So, but that...
She was telling me she's only eating like 300 more calories a day to accommodate the life form grown inside her bod, which blows my mind, because I consume at least 1,000 more calories during a pregnancy scare.
And then I wandered into my closet, and a box of love letters that my wife and I wrote to each other 15 years ago was kind of spilling on the floor, along with some love letters that the two of us wrote to another couple during a kind of experimental phase. So I know this is not always the kind of music they play on the station, but would 93.9 be on your preset in your car?
Oh man, I'm not hip. To that.
That's not
the light rock
Oh
station.
man,
Lila.
It's not in my.
Change the preset right now.
He tries to play you like a sorry old man. I gave you life.
Down the stairs they chip some paint, declined sweet sherry, had some tea, and hovered silently. I'm gonna study one no more. I'm gonna study one no more. I'm gonna study one no more.
She know I be taking the bullet, she so good. She got me so mystery like Wikipedia Brown. It's the future, get down.
The dust blows in.
Said she really only wants someone with something to say. And before I even said it, she was on her way. Strange afternoon. You know when the truth is told that you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, and will you realize Vienna waits for you?
You have a family as well. Do you, when you go home and you eat at home, are your kids eating a tasting menu? Like,
Well, you know,
here's the chicken nuggets
yes.
course.
Actually,
Here's
yes.
Really?
Yeah, because I'll cook something for them, and then it's like, they don't want it. So now it's on to the next course.
So they're just like really rich diners.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe someone's going to take my technique of the potato chips on the top and turn it into something else, something even better. So
Cheetos or something.
It could be, but like I think baked Cheetos would be great, right?
Baked Cheetos are great.
They're really
They're
great.
the only chip that translates into the baked form without any problems.
I agree.
Yeah.
To the Montreal.
To Montreal.
So we're in
Comedy
Montreal,
Festival.
and Pauly Shore is right there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
What did you do to Pauly Shore?
Well, I did what anyone would. I started giving him a back rub. We were in a crowded bar, in my defense. That's not in my defense.
Do you ever worry, because I think about this sometimes when I see a play, that somebody in the audience is just going to run up on stage?
Yeah. I welcome it. So
The answer that I don't give because I'm not a dick, but I want to give on
Right.
some level, like
Because you are a dick.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. The dick inside of me, if you will.
I've got a dick inside of me too.
Can we take that out of the YouTube part of it?
I'm sitting there thinking, is he hitting on me? Can I flirt? Or am I supposed to be the serious state senator? And when you do a combo of those things, it's really bad. So it's all a miracle. Anyway, I get back to Chicago. I get back to my office on Friday, and he sent me an email. And the email is kind of a recap of the really awkward conversation we had.
Yeah.
And at the very end, it says, but if there's ever anything I can do for you, whether it's, licking envelopes or sharing another, I'm an elected official, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Or...
But that could have been a euphemism.
It wasn't.
Sorry.
We didn't want to be the bar that had like the cutting edge band. We wanted to be the bar that the cutting edge band and the other person from the other band got married together. Whatever. We wanted to be like the community house for like the music community that circulates around.
But
so
the
more
lo-
than just a place where a show takes place.
But the loan officer actually physically drove by and then called me and said no.